Tired of expensive outdoor decor? Ready to transform your backyard without breaking the bank? In this video, we're diving into 10 thrift store hacks that breathe new life into forgotten treasures. From rustic planters to whimsical garden accents, these ideas prove that beauty doesn't have to come with a hefty price tag. Whether you're a seasoned DIYer or just starting out, these projects are designed to spark creativity, save money, and add nostalgic charm to your outdoor space. Let's turn clutter into curb appeal. Number 1. Rustic Wheelbarrow Planter. Transform an old metal wheelbarrow into a vibrant garden centerpiece. Fill it with trailing vines, sunflowers, or herbs for both beauty and practicality. Add mosaic tile accents made from broken ceramics to create a personalized pop of color. Paint the handles with weather-resistant chalkboard paint to label plants or write seasonal messages. This project blends nostalgia with functionality, perfect for small spaces or as a conversation starter. Pair the wheelbarrow with a few thrifted garden gnomes or lanterns nearby for a whimsical touch. If you're short on soil space, use pots inside the wheelbarrow and rearrange them seasonally. The rustic charm of the metal mixed with greenery evokes a sense of timeless outdoor living, making your backyard feel like a curated retreat. Number 2. Vintage lantern string lights. Upcycle thrifted glass lanterns or mason jars into enchanting string lights. Hang them on weathered twine or repurposed lace curtains for a cottagecore vibe. Solar-powered LED bulbs inside each jar cast a soft glow, ideal for evening gatherings. Tie knots between the jars to create gentle swags that sway with the breeze. This hack is budget-friendly and adds instant magic to patios or tree branches. For a personalized twist, wrap the jar lids with twine or paint them in coordinating pastels. Use clips to attach handwritten recipe cards as labels for themed nights. The warm light reflects off the glass, highlighting any mosaic or decoupage details you've added. It's a simple way to blend practicality with heirloom charm. Number 3. Pallet bench with memory cushions. Build a cozy seating area using salvaged wooden pallets. Sand the edges for safety, then stain or paint them in earthy tones. Cover cushions with thrifted quilts or lace-trimmed tablecloths for a nostalgic touch. Spray the fabric with outdoor waterproofing to protect against rain. Add a vintage doormat as a hanging sign above the bench for a welcoming message like relax or cherish. This bench becomes a storytelling hub when paired with family photos in thrifted frames tucked into the slats. Stack a few mismatched suitcases underneath as storage for blankets or gardening gloves. The blend of rugged wood and soft textiles creates a balanced, lived-in look that feels both sturdy and inviting. Number 4. Thrifty Garden Gnome Makeover. Revamp cracked thrift store gnomes with spray paint in bold hues like teal or rose gold. Dress them in lace scraps as collars or use tiny flower pots as hats. Cluster them around a DIY fairy garden built from broken terracotta pots filled with moss and miniature plants. Place a thrifted teacup nearby as a tea party scene for added whimsy. For durability, seal the paint with outdoor varnish and anchor the gnomes into the soil with wire stakes. Group them near stepping stones or under a tree for a playful focal point. These gnomes aren't just decor, they're conversation pieces that spark joy and memories of childhood gardens. Number 5. Repurposed window picture frame mirror. Turn an old window frame into a large outdoor mirror by inserting a shatterproof mirror panel. Glue ceramic tiles or sea glass around the edges for a bohemian border. Hang it on a fence or wall to reflect sunlight and make small spaces feel expansive. The mirror's patina adds character, while the reflective surface highlights nearby flowers or climbing vines. Use the mirror to frame a view of your favorite garden corner, like a bird bath or rose trellis. In winter, swap the mirror with a thrifted stained glass panel for seasonal color. This hack merges practicality with artistry, proving that even forgotten items can become functional masterpieces. Number 6. DIY Rustic Wind Chime Wall. Create a melodic wind chime wall using silverware, keys, or driftwood suspended from a salvaged picture frame. Drill holes in the items and hang them with fishing line at varying lengths. Add a vintage clock face to the frame for a quirky dual-purpose piece. Place it near a patio to enjoy the gentle chimes and passing glances at the time. For visual interest, paint the frame in muted blues or greens to blend with nature. Incorporate thrifted bells or seashells for layered sounds. This wall art becomes a sensory experience, blending sight, sound, and texture while repurposing items that might otherwise be discarded. Number 7. Vintage Suitcase Side Table. Stack thrifted suitcases vertically to create a whimsical side table. Reinforce the bottoms with plywood and paint the exteriors in coordinating pastels. Place a wireless speaker inside the top suitcase for outdoor music. Add a small potted succulent on the stack summit for a finishing touch. This table doubles as a storage solution for patio essentials like candles or coasters. Tie a ribbon around the handles for a decorative flourish. The suitcase's worn edges tell a story, while the modern upgrades keep the piece functional. It's a playful nod to travel and adventure, perfect for vintage-loving hosts. Number 8. Thrifted tile stepping stones. Embed colorful broken tiles or dishes into concrete pavers to make personalized stepping stones. Press designs into wet cement using a rolling pin or wine bottle for texture. Arrange the stones along a garden path to guide visitors through your outdoor oasis. Each stone becomes a mosaic masterpiece that reflects your creativity. For added personality, imprint handprints or footprints using family members' hands before the cement dries. Seal the stones with outdoor varnish to prevent fading. These stepping stones are both practical and sentimental, turning discarded items into a lasting legacy underfoot. Number 9. Old ladder garden trellis. Lean a wooden ladder against a wall and weave climbing plants like clematis through its rungs. Attach thrifted hooks to hang small pots or fairy lights. Craft a flag from an old curtain using geometric stencils and hang it from the ladder's top for a patriotic or seasonal accent. This trellis adds vertical interest without taking up floor space. As the plants grow, the ladder becomes a living tapestry of greenery and color. Pair it with a thrifted rocking chair nearby for a peaceful reading nook that blends rustic charm with botanical beauty. Number 10. Budget-friendly fire pit seating. Surround a thrifted metal fire pit with rope-wrapped concrete blocks for sturdy seating. Top the blocks with faded cushions or DIY seat pads made from leftover fabric. Hang a thrifted chandelier with LED candles above the pit for a magical nighttime ambience. Enhance the setup with a thrifted tray nearby to hold marshmallows, skewers, and drinks. Paint the blocks in earthy tones to match the surroundings. This fire pit becomes a gathering spot for stories and warmth, proving that thrifty finds can create unforgettable moments under the stars. These thrifty backyard ideas show how creativity and resourcefulness can turn everyday finds into stunning outdoor decor. By repurposing items like wheelbarrows, lanterns, and pallets, you've seen how to blend practicality with personality while staying budget-friendly. Remember, the key is to embrace imperfection and let your style shine. If you love these tips, hit like, subscribe for more thrifty transformations, and share your own thrifted decor successes in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation blooming.